Internet never forgets, but it also never stops demanding more. And in today's music industry, silence isn't golden. It's ruining your career when you stay silent. Artists can't just drop an album and disappear for 2 more years anymore. They need to feed the beast constantly, and nothing feeds the beast quite like a good controversy. Let's talk about it today using Doja Cat, Glorilla, and Ice Spice, and how each one of them have found a different way to make controversy work for them, transforming what could have destroyed their careers into something that sustains them. Please remember to subscribe to the channel. Now let's get back to the video. Doja Cat understood early that predictability is the enemy of virality, because by 2020 she had already established herself as a serious artist. But it wasn't her musical talent that kept her name trending. It was her willingness to be completely, sometimes uncomfortably authentic in public. So when Doja Cat decided to shape off her hair, her eyebrows during an Instagram live session in 2022, the internet couldn't believe it. You're already big. What are you doing? Are you having a breakdown? Is this an artistic statement? Is this an elaborate publicity stunt? Whatever it was, within hours, she was trending on every platform. And let's not even talk about how she has leaned into that, accusations. That's what I want to call it, or whatever it is that people are putting on her by the way that she dresses and all of these things that she is doing. I believe that she realized from her first ever controversy that, this actually sells. This actually puts me up there. So let me just continue doing it, because it seems like, I don't think the hair cut one was calculated. It felt raw. It felt spontaneous, but also at the same time, she knows that attention in this economy that we are in, you need attention. And even if you are authentic, but it also brings attention even more. So Doja Cat has continued to follow this pattern throughout her career. She's just leaned onto that controversy side. And I'll say that it's been working from her. It seems like nobody expects her to do anything. She's not been boxed into anyone's expectations, including her own fan base. And I think that's the important thing, because I've noticed with, some artists, it seems like because they are looking at what their fan bases are saying, they're even looking at what their competitors' fan bases are saying, it sort of boxes them into these expectations. So they don't want to do anything. They don't want to drop songs. They don't want to do anything new, or they don't even want to launch anything because they're scared how the public will look at them. And it seems like Doja Cat, using controversy, has moved away from that. She's not trying to impress anybody, and nobody's expecting anything from Doja Cat. Now, I don't know if we can say the same about this next person that I'm going to talk about, Glorilla. Glorilla represents a different kind of controversial figure entirely. While Doja Cat, controversies often stem from her unpredictability, it seems like Glorilla's come from her unwavering commitment to being exactly who she's always been, regardless of who's watching. It seems like she's not manufacturing anything. She's just who she is. When she exploded on TikTok, it wasn't like she was trying to shock people. It was just her speaking her truth, being who she is and, embracing who she is. But it seems like sometimes she can lean into that, because I saw, when she had the issues with JT and everything, she knew it was, going to create controversy, and also at the same time, she would trend. And recently she shared, I believe it was a song of Tory Lanez, and that also trended and everything. It seemed like she didn't clear it. She just said a few things here and there, but that was it. So she also understands that controversy is power and its currency, but it's not like she's overusing it. It seems like she's using it strategically when she knows that she needs it. She has a song coming up or something, or it just happens and she's like, let me lean in more towards that, and that's it. Now, moving on to Ice Spice. I'll say Ice Spice's one is a bit different. I'll say it's currency for her still, but I'm not sure. Let's talk about it. So for her, mystery is power. It seems like, unlike Doja Cat, chaotic authenticity and Glorilla's raw honesty, Ice Spice seems to understand something about modern fame. Sometimes you don't need to say anything. As quiet as you are, that can also be controversial. Here's what I mean. She's been into so many controversies, like the one with Baby Storm and the one with her friend, where I think it was Baby Storm that leaked her messages and all of that. And in there, she was talking about Nicki Minaj and all of that. And the one that she had with her friend that she took on tour. And it seemed like she knew the one with Baby Storm. She couldn't say much. Whatever she said would be scrutinized in a way. So she kept quiet. She kept quiet about that one. She talked about a friend and that was it. But in a way, it seems like those controversies, they didn't help her. I don't know if they helped her or they continue to help her, because there's something about Ice Spice. You can say whatever you want, that maybe she's not relevant anymore or she's flopped and all of that. But at the same time, there's something intriguing about her, being that most people don't actually know her. She doesn't talk. Like, there's so much privacy around her that it seems like it makes people want to know her even more. It's like the Beyonce effect. The less we know of you, you're scarce and all of that, the more it builds you into this image. I don't know. What do you think? But there's hidden cost that comes with all of this. If you treat controversy as currency, there's always going to be a casualty, meaning there's going to be constant demand for content, for moments, for reactions from everybody. And that can take a toll on you psychologically, because you're expected to be on all the time and people are looking at you, expecting you to do something. They're expecting you. And also at the same time, when you get addicted to this, you yourself will start creating controversies out of nowhere. I remember I've watched a TikTok recently about these story times. There are some people who come on TikTok and their whole content is about story times. They talk about things that has happened in them. But there's something that somebody noticed and they made a video about, which I agree with, which is, as soon as it seems like these people's stories are running out, you can see them switching to creating fake stories or exaggerating. So now there's a story time every day, and the stories are getting more elaborate, to the point that you're saying, is this actually true, or did you just make this up? So I gave that example to say, sometimes when you lean too much on controversy, and you know that because fame, it feeds your ego. When you start doing something and you start seeing results, you're like, oh, let me do more of that. So when you do controversy as a strategy, you will now start doing more and more and more and seeing how you can top it. So it can be a currency, but also at the same time, it can be something that can be very, very damaging to your brand, and people will stop taking you seriously. There are some people who, because of controversy, it has overshadowed every single thing that they have going on. So what do you guys think? Let's talk about it in the comments, and I will see you on to the next one. Once again, thank you for watching, and thank you all to the commenters and the subscribers.